Hi, Lord. We're back from camps, and I thank you for having those nice blueberry muffins over there. They're really good. They got the corn and they got chocolate chip. But I picked up some blueberries in case somebody shows up this morning for Christian Corner. And I love the way, because I was thinking of Michael and I was thinking of getting him, see if he'd like a shirt. He's so on fire for you, Lord. And you had him walk right through the community room early. I got a chance to greet him and asked him if he'd like a shirt, and he said yes, he'd like an extra large in red. And I told him, I said, we'll get that right away, Michael. And so he can start taking your name with him and displaying it to everyone around his world that you put him in as his travels with you, Lord. And therefore your name will go with him, and it'll help keep him on track of who he's reached out to and who's now working in his life with him. And it's wonderful to watch you work, just in my life, Lord. And I see things of you working in others too, but, you know, you try to tell people that say, well, that was just by coincidence. There's no coincidence in that. I was thinking, as soon as I met Michael yesterday and saw how on fire he was for Jesus, I want to encourage him to keep that fire going. Keep it burning, make it hotter, and he will. Sherry has worked and drew him to her pastor, and he inspired Michael to get baptized and you know, get into the Lord. Now Mike's going to their church, and that's a good thing, as long as they encourage him to turn to Jesus. The church is a very important part of this. But I think Christians in churches, especially in churches, have a tendency to, it's all about the church, it's about the pastor. The pastor tells you how to follow God. Jesus tells you how to follow God. And the pastor should be following Jesus. And he is trying to follow Jesus. Okay, but so I think sometimes pastors get waylaid, in other words, their thing that they have to interpret for the Lord. No one has to interpret for the Lord, especially you, right, Lord? Who needs to interpret for you? You told us all, okay? In other words, in that book, God Calling, you pointed out to the two listeners, to lead a soul to me is one thing. To stay with the soul, to interpret for you, that's another. That mars the first great act. The first great act is to bring the person to Christ. The second great act would be just leave him alone. Jesus will take care of him. He reached out to the Lord, and the Lord used you to get him there. So that's the important part. But all right, look, I'm going to wait here. Should be it's about 7:15. And hopefully between 7 and 8 we'll have some nice people come down. We can talk about Jesus. We can talk about the world. We can talk about anything. Because Jesus is sitting right here with us. You, Lord. Okay. All right, Lord. Now I'm going to have my coffee and I just ate my muffin. And thank you for that. And I'll wait for some people to show up. Nobody shows up. It's okay. I'm sitting here with you. And that's all that counts with me. Have a great day, and I'll be in and out, Lord.